Ortiz, a steroids guy. Oh, but, that story that was written was anonymous sources, and we're just not quite sure. And, it was, listen, this whole thing was a complete farce. A complete farce. I would have a lot more respect, honestly. I would have a lot more respect for these writers if they just came clean and said, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, and Curt Schilling are jerks, and we don't like them, and we're not going to vote for them. All right? That's what you should have said. Then I could at least I would think it's a joke, and I think every one of you should have your ballots pulled from you, but I can at least respect that you're being honest. But don't tell me that don't pull this annual dog and pony show about the integrity clause. Because I could go up and down the list of the people in Baseball Hall of Fame. A sport which, by the way, the foundation of the sport was based in racism. Give me a break. Kennesaw Mountain Landis is in the Hall of Fame. Give me a break. Bud Selig, who oversaw the steroid era and turned a blind eye because it saved his game because of the stupid strike lockout crap from 5 or 6 years earlier. Give me a break. This is an absolute farce. Absolute farce. Every one of them's a hypocrite. Every one of them is a hypocrite. Give me a break. David Ortiz, because he's Big Papi. We like Big Papi. Big Papi's part of us, too. We like Big Papi. Get the hell out of here. Every one of you should lose your ballot. Every person that voted for David Ortiz and did not vote for Bonds, Clemens, or Schilling should lose their vote. Period. And you know what? Looking at the numbers, let's see. 78% voted for Ortiz. So that means at the very least 12% didn't vote for Bonds. Almost 13% didn't vote for Clemens. And 20% didn't vote for Schilling. Think about that. That's the way it goes. Get the hell out of here with this garbage. It's absolute, utter garbage. What a bunch of hypocrites. Oh, the integrity clause. Your stupid bow ties. Why do baseball writers wear bow ties? They think it makes them look cool. It makes them look stupid. You're dorks. You're nerds. You shouldn't have a vote. What a joke. Give me a break. I don't want to hear about this integrity clause anymore. Well, again, I'll say it one more time. David Ortiz got 78% of the vote. The 12% that did not vote for Bonds, that voted for Ortiz, should lose their vote. The 13% that voted for Ortiz that did not vote for Clemens should lose their vote. The 20% that voted for Ortiz and didn't vote for Schilling should lose their vote. Because you're a hypocrite, you're a farce, you're a hypocrite, and you really aren't trying to do it the right way. Give me a break. You've got to be joking me. I'd actually, expected Bonds not to make it and Clemens not to make it, Bill. You know what? And if Ortiz didn't make it, I still would be on a little bit of a rant, but I wouldn't be on this rant. But you got to be kidding me. All of you. Your stupid bow ties. Tie them a little tighter. How about that? That's probably the problem. I can't believe it. I fully expected Bonds and Clemens not to make it. The fact that David Ortiz did, and we know he's a steroid guy too, get out of here. Take your integrity clause and put it you know where. Integrity clause, morals clause. Get the hell out of here. The first 50 or 60 years of this grand old game, people that look like me, black people, people of color, brown people, people from all around the world, Latinos, weren't allowed to play in your stupid game. But we have a bunch of those guys in the Hall of Fame. Oh, my God. Who cares? Honestly, the Baseball Hall of Fame has officially become the biggest farce in sports. The fact that those two guys aren't in, the fact that, I think Schilling is a no-brainer, but if you want to tell me, oh, well, maybe not, but you're putting David Ortiz in and you're not putting those guys in, give me a break. Give me a break. Every single voter that voted for David Ortiz but did not vote for Bonds and Clemens should lose their vote. Period. Period. It's not even a question. And the next guy that comes up, I think, is A-Rod, right? Next year, I think A-Rod's on the ballot, I think. And we're going to play this song and dance about the integrity clause for 10 years. And here's the thing. If Rob Manfred had a brain, which there's lots of evidence that he doesn't, if he had a brain, he'd go to the Hall of Fame and say, listen, we're going to create a commissioner's class, and I'm going to put in 5 or 6 guys that are no-brainers so we don't have to play this song and dance because these baseball writers that are voting clearly aren't smart enough to do it the right way. That's what he would do, but he won't. He's too busy making other terrible decisions. Integrity clause. Give me a break, will you please? You know what, Bill? Every time I think, I have a chance to get my blood pressure down, something like this happens. Right?
Seems to be a pattern here.
It seems to be a pattern. Can you imagine that, though? 12% of voters voted for Ortiz and didn't vote for Bonds. Now, think about that. It's absolutely stupid. It's insane.